What's up? Remember, I've been having a hard time putting music on my videos. YouTube giving me a hard time, but if there was a song underneath right now, it would be "Wrong" by Airborne Toxic Event. I'm a 43-year-old man, pretty set in my ways. Classic rock and roll, Grateful Dead, Bob Marley. I think you know me, Pink Floyd, and all that stuff. I was a hip hopper for a good moment there, when hip hop was cool, and of course I was a raver. But this band, Airborne Toxic Event, is gotta be my favorite band. Every song's about him getting drunk and crying over his ex-girlfriend. Classic, just a great rock and roll band, and just a lot of fun. Some people say that a lot of their songs sound too similar, but hey, if they all sound similar and they're all good, why not love a band? Again, this is my new favorite band by far over the last 2 or 3 years. They just released 2 albums, and very excited about it. So, if there was a song going underneath right now, it would be Airborne Toxic Event, "Wrong." Go check it out. Help this band become the monster that they should be. So, what are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about a market that's finally going down. We just got stopped out of our queues. Congratulations to everybody that was hanging with those queues. And this is a very significant video. We're doing this at 10:15 in the morning. I'm going to talk about what we did. On February 5th, 6th, 7th, around that time when the market finally started breaking out. Again, I was on a Ben Zinga show talking about how I hated the market, and the guy was like, wait a second, aren't you the guy that says the market never goes down? I'm like, well, it doesn't look too healthy here unless the QQQ breaks above 103.65. I'm going to stay bearish. And it was a good month and a half where we couldn't break that level, and then we broke that level, didn't ask any questions. I got involved, bought a little bit more, and got stopped out of some yesterday, and I got stopped out of some today. I'm not going to completely dump my whole position. But speaking of positions, obviously Alcoa has turned into a disgusting, awful trade, thanks to Greg Mananero. Is it Manarino? Mananero? I don't care. I just know that if you're making a video and you seem confused about the date that you're saying, I don't know. By the way, I'm going to have to start making some more anti-Greg Mananero, Greg. I'm going to have to start making some more anti-Greg videos just because it's fun. I have nothing against the guy. I think it's fun. We were getting a lot of viewers, and there's so many people out there that hate the guy, but there's so many people that like the guy. Again, it's been 2.5 years. The market hasn't crashed yet. Gold and silver still haven't gone up. And most importantly, the reason I've come to grow and hate Greg Mananero. Hate's a big word. I don't hate the guy, obviously, but I do hate what you did to my Alcoa. I mean, Alcoa was going strong. We were kicking ass in this thing, and then suddenly you liked it. And since that day, buddy, you have destroyed my stock. What is it, 6 months now? The stock hasn't moved? $17? Well, again, now we're going to strap in because this might be a long video. We're going to cover a lot of topics, especially about making videos about stocks that I like. You do realize, okay, as much as I loved, and I'm just livid right now because I don't know if I even mentioned this. Again, I have OCD, ADHD, I have all the ADs. I'm a child. I think of one thing and then I have no clue of what I was saying 2 seconds ago. Maybe it's the weed and the alcohol, but whatever. Sometimes you come into the market with a plan and it clouds your judgment because you're thinking so much of that plan that's going to work that you ignore the factors of the market. Now, again, the Alibaba and the Yahoo trade should have been a lot better today, but because the market was so weak, I couldn't really believe that Yahoo and Alibaba being the worst stock on the planet right now, would be the one to lead the charge into the green. Now, my plan was yesterday, because finally, oh, by the way, I just want to give it up to you guys that have been shorting Alibaba. All right, look, I'm going to stray from the topic here for a second, but new highs on Alibaba, by the way. Here's the thing about Alibaba. I mean, it was a great call getting out of the market in September when Alibaba came public. Again, I didn't like the fact that we were making this website, the Chinese Amazon, the greatest stock on our market. Fuck China. Fuck Alibaba.
Oh, there he goes again, cursing. This guy, I like what he has to say. He says all these great things. He makes valid points, but why do you have to use foul language? You make me feel a little squeamish.
Get over it. Fuck China. Fuck communism. Remember that? I'm a child where I grew up. Communism was bad. Everything about communism was bad, right? They were going to take over the world. We had to go to war over communism. And now we're going to make their stock our number one stock in the world. Now, I find it hysterical. Hysterical. And I'm going to do a video about Goldman Sachs' downgrading of Alibaba. They cut their price target from 97 to 96. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. But the only thing I knew about Alibaba was that my wife, she likes to buy expensive bags. So somebody said, do you know about Alibaba? You can buy Gucci bags and Prada bags and all kinds of fake bags on that website for like nothing. And then you can get all the Apple cables that they charge $35 for like $3. So all I knew about Alibaba was that it was a place to buy fake bags and cheap cables. And this is the greatest company in the world. But now, suddenly, it's dawning on people, which is bullshit, because obviously I knew it, the underwriters knew it, everybody knew it. It's just that they waited to sucker everybody into the stock and believe that these was the greatest company on earth, because that's what they were saying. Just buy it, set it and forget it. It'll be the next Google. It's going to 1,000. And you know what? In this market, in this environment, maybe somehow it becomes a juggernaut like Facebook. We were mocking Facebook at one point. Remember that? But again, to say that Alibaba's weak now because people are realizing that they sell fake products and they have some sort of illegal activities going on, I'm just a schmuck on the internet. I knew about that. So again, I love the fact that you come out with a downgrade. How about you downgrade the stock when it's breaking 115 and you downgrade it to $96? Not when it's hitting 80. By the way, it's flying right now. Flying. And I'm getting pissed off because this was my play of the day. And again, I probably should have bought options. I probably should have left some of the trade on. But again, I was influenced by the market finally showing some weakness. So I decided, I was like, all right, is really Alibaba going to buck the trend that much? But we got involved near the lows. We got involved when it went green. And then we sold it. And, probably left what? I don't know. A couple $1,000 on the table at least. But again, this is why I run a room. And this is a great coming together of all the concepts that I'm trying to always convey to you guys. Why do I run a room? Why do I do it? If I'm such a genius. What just happened right now? Let's say we made $315 trading Alibaba. We took very minimal size, minimal risk, right? On the Yahoo, we made about $300 and made about $300 on the Alibaba, right? Now it's turning into probably something where it could have been, obviously if we would have taken bigger size, if we would have held the whole time, a million different factors came into play. But the reason I run a room and the reason I do these mentorship programs and the reason I charge people for stuff is that I only made less than $600. By the way, CLDX, baby. Wow, this thing's a monster. CLDX, baby. These are the stocks that I own, CLDX. Obviously, I own the CLDX. I've been talking about it for 6 months now. We're in this thing from 15 and 19. But if I only made $500, but everybody that listened to me also made $500, and now they feel like they've accomplished something by paying me for my advice, everybody's a winner now. So when I don't trade the size and I don't have to take that huge risk to make the money because I've got 30 other people making money, paying me a little bit for the same trade that I just did. It's as if I just did a 30,000 share trade in Alibaba, whereas I only did 300 shares or 600 shares, whatever it was at one point. So there it is. If anybody wants to know why, if you're so smart, why do you run a room? Why do you ask people for this? Why do you ask people for that? Plus, it's also 10:20 in the morning. And I'm done. Do you think I'm going to put another trade on? Unless the market starts tanking and just starts obliterating some levels I've been looking for, I'm not doing another trade. I'm up $600. It's not even 10 o'clock. And I've been doing it, so everybody made some money. You know, some of these guys still have the Yahoo. God bless them if they have the Alibaba. I mean, I cashed out of that thing. Now it's about 80 cents ago. No, 70 cents ago. 70 cents. Whatever. I should have bought the $80 calls. Anyway, again, instead of having the room and having the knowledge that other people just made money on my idea, it alleviates, it lessens the pain and the fucking anguish that I go through every trade I do. And you guys know where I'm coming from. Every trade, it seems like you get out for a profit, continues to go on. If you don't get out, blah, it shits the bed, right? We've all had that experience. 20 years of that can weigh on a person's soul. There you go. That's why I do the room. So at least now we've got guys that made money on that trade. And let's say somebody bought 1,000 shares of Yahoo. Maybe somebody out there, I don't know what sizing they were doing. I was doing 300 to 600. 1,000 Yahoo. Maybe somebody bought 3,000 Yahoo and just made $2,000. Maybe somebody bought 2,000 Alibaba when it hit that $80 and $20 mark and didn't break it. Maybe they're up $6,000 on this trade. And they gave me $1,000 for a year. So that one trade just qualified everything that I do. All right. So back to Greg Mananero or Manarino. You suck, dude. You suck. Keep buying the VIX, right? You've been buying the VIX the last couple of months, right? Too? Awesome trade. Awesome trade. Keep buying those S&P puts. Now, actually, that one you might get right. You might get the S&P put trade right, as long as you trade out of it. And again, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, for all I know is you're saying that you love Alcoa and you've been shorting it because obviously this is Wall Street. Maybe you're just a typical analyst saying you love something and you're shorting it to the people that you suckered in to buy. That's how it works if you don't know. But let's talk about the oncoming doom and destruction of the world. Netanyahu's speech talking to America yesterday about, what are we thinking? Oh, because letting Iran have any idea what a nuclear bomb even looks like, yeah, that makes sense. So I don't know, Democrat, Republican, Obama, what the story is, but whoever the people are that think letting Iran do anything as far as building any type of arsenal, let alone nuclear arsenal, is a good idea, you need to be excommunicated from America. Because here's what's going to happen. Whatever we decide, okay, it's not going to make a difference. Because Iran's going to do whatever they want to do. Because what are we going to do about it? We're going to go in there and blow up their nuclear arsenal, start a war? No, we're going to let Israel do it. Because Israel is going to say, hey, look, these guys are right here. They've already proclaimed they want to wipe us off the earth. So you're going to allow them to get a bomb to help them do that. So what Israel's going to do is they're going to get some black ops. They're going to get some covert operation going on. They're going to go into Iran, fuck shit up, blow that fucker up, destroy their nuclear capabilities for the next 30 or 40 years. And then Iran's going to try to retaliate against Israel, and then sides are going to have to be taken. All the sand nations are going to be up in arms, and then we're going to have to take sides. And obviously we're going to go with the democratic sanity of Israel, I hope. And we're going to back them, and everyone's going to take sides. Next thing you know, China's not going to be our friend anymore. And then next thing you know, Russia's going to have to pick sides. Everyone's going to pick sides, and there you go, World War III. And that's how it's going to go. So when that happens, my friends, maybe the market will sell off for more than 15 or 20 minutes. But more importantly, liquidate your positions if you're afraid of the market. That's all I can tell you. If you're afraid we just saw the top of our lives, Dow, whatever, NASDAQ 5,000, if you think this is it, the simple solution is just to sell and ask questions later if you feel uncomfortable. Everyone's like, oh, I don't want to buy this market. What if this is the top? If it breaks down under a level that you don't want it to go under, you sell it. You don't have to sit there, and this is another point I want to make, you don't have to sit there and say, well, I just bought the market, I'm not going to sell it 2 days later because I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I get into a trade 2 minutes later, I feel uncomfortable, I'm selling it. I don't care. I don't have anything to prove. That's why I make these videos, and if I say I like a stock, or somebody says, oh, I made a video about how the market never goes down, and then one day the market goes down finally, like, what about your never go down theory now, asshole? All you got to do is hit the sell button, like I did. But there was more to that point that I wanted to make. Oh, right. So if I make a call on a stock, holy crap, CLDX is up 2 points right now. Wow. I can't buy more now. I mean, it's up 8 points since I decided not to buy more. Dummy. If I make a call on a stock, right? And I say, I think this stock's going to 30 bucks. And it starts going down. Like the Alcoa is a great example. Do you think, because, well, there's some asshole out there that is waiting for this stock to fall so he can troll my video and make a comment, I'm going to hold on to the stock just to prove it to him that eventually it might still go back to 30. No! If it breaks down, I admit I'm wrong and I sell the stock to save myself. Do you think I care that I said, hey, this thing, I think it's going to 50 within the next couple of weeks, and it starts reversing? Yeah, I'm not going to sell it because I made a call on it? Of course not. I will sell it, reevaluate, and if I have to get back in, I'll get back in. You got to be nimble right now, my friends. Be like water. Be like water, my friends. All right, I appreciate you hanging out for 20 minutes, listening to me rant. There was a lot more I wanted to talk about, but again, I don't remember. Oh, the day trading expo, fun times. I'll wrap it up with this. I love the fact, again, the reason I used to go to the... Man, Alibaba. What the fuck was I thinking selling it? Anyway, the reason I used to go to the Traders Expo is because there was always a guy there, or many guys. You know, obviously they got your Fidelities and your big guys just showing their software off and how, they want you to trade where they are. But there used to be lots of guys with auto traders, algo builders, systems. Again, I never claim that I have a system. I just found something that works pretty well. Obviously, proof in the pudding with the Alibaba and the Yahoo today. That's set up. Oh, hang on. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, right. All the guys that had their systems, right? So the other day, we found ourselves engaged in a conversation with a nice guy talking about his stop hunting software. Yes, it does exist, kids. As if I didn't realize or didn't know that before. Stop hunting. Ever see a stock? You got your stop at a certain level. It goes right to your stop and hits you and then goes away. There's programs out there that search out stops. Like people that had stops on Alibaba yesterday. Got stopped out, but then it whipped down, never broke that 80 and then bounced. But his program says that he does X amount and he makes this and does that and he's doing well. And then later on, we're sitting there and we're talking with this guy, and up rolls this Aussie guy. Now, I might not do the greatest accent. Hey, I forgot his name. I'll mention it later, and I want to see this guy in action. But I built this up way too much. He comes running over. He's like, hey, I just want to talk to you right here. Do you think I would roll up to you, not knowing anybody here, if I didn't have something important to say? I have been killing it on the Aussie market, and I have been just showing people how to do it, and I just want to tell you what it's all about. And I turned to him and I said, what about the U.S. market? I fucking kill the U.S. market. So I said, before we get started, I got a guy here who just told me that he's got an algo that never fails. You're telling me you've got something that never fails. How about we get a contest going? $5,000 to the winner. $5,000? Piss off, $5,000. How about $1 million? That was the funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize $5,000 for a half hour of your time to prove yourself was insignificant. $5,000? We were laughing our asses off. But that's the guy that I used to go to the Day Traders Expo to make fun of. He's got a system that never works, and he'll sell it to you for $300. Why not just keep it to yourself? Because obviously you're fucking destroying the Aussie market. $5,000? Why even sell it, right? That's why I know how hypercritical you are of me. Now, I don't have a system. I have something that when this thing lines up with this thing, a lot of times it works. And I try to explain it over and over and over again. I got 4 or 5 things that work pretty well. And I try to show it to you. It's a system? No, I'm not guaranteeing any results. Of course not. Does it work all the time? No, it didn't work with Rig this morning. And, obviously Alibaba and Yahoo worked out pretty well. We had JD where it didn't work today. So there was 2 trades that worked, 2 trades that didn't. But therein lies the idea of money management and risk management. When the trade doesn't go your way, you just don't sit at the, the system tells me I've got a 90% chance of winning here, so I might as well hold on to it as it plummets and destroys my entire day. No, you have to realize when a trade's not going your way, you have a stop on and you get stopped out and admit defeat. Admitting defeat is 90% of the battle. 10% of your trades work. So let's say only 10% of your trades work. You think you're a failure, but it's not right. And I told this story a million times this weekend. There was a day where I did 17 trades in a row wrong, losing $30, $50, $80 on every trade. 30, 50, 30, 50. No idea what I was doing. I didn't want to trade ever again in my life, but I kept with it. And later on in the day, same setup, got involved, and I made $1,400 on the trade. Okay? So at the end of the day, I made $40 after commissions and all the other losses. I only did 1 trade right the entire day out of 18 trades, but still did not lose money because of money management, risk management, and admitting defeat on the other 17 trades. It's a big part of it. All right, it's 10:30. Market looks like it's found some footing. Chances are you might have just seen the lows of the year. Oh, don't hold me to that. Did you just say the lows of the year? Oh, we're going to hold you to that statement, you fucker. Oh, what did you say? Oh, the lows of the day, the lows of the year are in. No, I'm going to say the generational lows. How about that one? We're never going down ever again from this moment on. How about that statement? What's the difference what I predict, right? I predicted Tesla would be an awesome company when I bought it at $40 and it went to 65. I thought that was an awesome trade. Guess not. So, unless you're planning on holding stocks forever, really making predictions makes no sense at all. Because what you should be doing is actively maintaining your portfolio with an eagle eye and doing what you need to do at the time, in the moment. All right, I leave you with that. My friends, you know where to find me.